donuts. All right, good morning, guys. Here we are. What is today? Day 3. Got one more day to go and a very tall task ahead of us today. Mr. Gene came back again. He's gonna help me out today. And without his help, I would have not made it because I still have a bunch of traps, 200 traps to go. And I have today and tomorrow to get them all out. So we are pulling off the dock. It is 4:45 in the morning. We gotta start early and finish late today. But super thankful that Gene is here, or we wouldn't finish. And then if we don't finish, what happens is you still get like a week grace period to take the traps out, but you can't bring back any crabs. So, you know, even the little bit that we're catching, all those little bits go, you know, they go towards the fuel bill. So all that stuff helps. So we need to be able to get every crab claw that we could get, you know, before the season ends. So we're gonna go ahead and steam out and get out there to the first trap and start pulling. And the goal for today is 3 trips. We did 2 trips yesterday and it took us, it was a 22-hour day by the time I went to bed from the time I got up. So we got tall tasks, we got a lot of caffeine, a lot of Motrin, and a high spirits. So we will see you on the ocean side. Let's go. All right, guys, it is 6:53 in the morning. Got a beautiful sunrise. Let me turn and see if that front camera could get it. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise. And we are rolling. We started at 6:20 and in almost 40 minutes, we've got almost a whole load on the boat. We are flying. I don't know if we'll be able to continue this pace throughout the day. The last trip, I'm not worried about, you know, getting home super late. I'm already home. Doesn't matter what time I get home, but I need to be able to make it to get that last trip loaded on the boat before I lose sunlight. So the sun goes down at 8 o'clock. I'll probably be able to see until about 8:15, 8:20, and then that's it. I won't be able to keep going. So we gotta have that last load on the boat by then. So the hard part is when we get back and we gotta take these home, we're gonna try a new strategy today. Since it's now the weekend is behind us, there should be nobody at the marina. We are going to, look at this. We're gonna leave the boat in the water to save some time there. Oh no, no cloud. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe this guy. Nope. That's it. So we're gonna try to leave the boat at the marina, and I'm gonna load the traps in the back of the truck so that I can race home, put them there, and then we don't have to launch and take the boat out. Now, obviously, if there's a lot of people there, then we're gonna have to take the boat out. But you know, today's a Monday. Shouldn't be anybody there. I mean, we got to the parking lot. We were the only vehicle there this morning. And when I was there yesterday, in the morning when we got there, the parking lot was probably a quarter of the way full from people that had gone out the night before and stayed out camping on their boats and at the sandbar. So we should have a lot easier of a time getting back and loading these in the truck. And then I'll just drive the truck and the trailer home, offload them, come back, park, and then just jump on the boat and go. It is, I'll tell you, if you've been following along, you know that I've been getting a serious pain in my hands, and it is really hurting today. My right hand is really bad. Ooh, excuse me. Right hand's hurting really bad. right, that was a good trap. Man, I bought some cream. I read online, it said Volter and gel. Did nothing. I don't know if you have to keep using it for a long time, but man, it's getting really, really hard to close my right hand. That right index finger is killing me. So I don't know if somebody's watching, you guys know a remedy. I'm worried that it's like arthritis setting in and I can't do this job without my hands. So I'm gonna go see a specialist once we get all these traps out and, you know, get all the work done for the season. And hopefully they don't tell me bad news, but it is killing me today. I mean, there's so much, you know, you gotta grip and pull. We'll see what they say. We got to tough through it. Breakfast this morning was 4 Motrin and 2 Red Bull. Look at this, guys. Man. One, two. It's too small. This guy might have 1. That's fine, let it go. You're not gonna let it go. Nope. All right. All right. So yeah, today's journey is gonna be a long one. You guys along. So just to paint the picture for you, alarm goes off at 2 in the morning so that I could be out here at that first buoy and start pulling at 6:20. And you know, I gotta get up, hook up the electronics on the boat. I don't leave anything of value on the boat, even though it's at my house. Not a very honest city in Miami, but do that, and I gotta go get gas, go get lunch, and get some Cuban coffee, get my Red Bulls, a Motrin, and then head over to the marina. You know, the very first trip always takes a lot longer getting out because we have to cross Biscayne Bay, and so from the marina to the channel where we come out, you got 9 miles. Look at this. Look at all this lobster. And there's a lot of boats here that are traveling with no lights on. So we always go at a safe speed, and at safe speed I go very slowly. You know, eyes glued on the radar, making sure we're looking at all the marks that we have there. But just to be safe, because if we have a collision with a boat at a high rate of speed, it's not gonna be good for either of us. That could be a catastrophic collision, and unfortunately there's so many people here. And I hear it a lot from the comments of the video, a lot of people everywhere have no idea what they're doing. The worst thing you could do is be on a boat at night, whether you're anchored, you're fishing, you're navigating, and have no lights on. Oh. So now after the first trip, we got daylight now. We'll be able to fly through the bay coming back out again. So that'll be quicker, but that's why we need to get up so early. You know, an hour and a half regular ride takes me, you know, 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes in the morning because I'm going so much slower. This guy might have 1. Nope. All right. Nothing. Traps have been doing pretty good today compared to yesterday. I'm still not lighting the world on fire, but it's not as bad as yesterday. Let's hope it stays that way. Today we're gonna burn probably $1,000 in fuel with all 3 trips, so we gotta get crab. We're definitely not gonna get $1,000 of crab, but Heck, if I get 200, 3, whatever, 100, that's gonna offset some of the fuel bill. So, you know, I had a person text me yesterday and was like, oh man, but you're not getting enough crab. And that's how it is at the end of the season, because normally I would be pulling, you know, all these traps in one day, but now we're just pulling to load and go back, and pulling to load and go back. So, you know, remember I always tell you guys, you're getting like a claw per trap. Well, if you're only pulling 50, you're not getting that many. There we go. One here. All right. So, the beginning of the season and the end, we always lose money. That was 26. The key is how much are you gonna lose? That's the key. So let's see how long we've been recording now. 10 minutes is quick. Record a little bit more of the second trip, and I gotta tell you guys, I'm having massive issues with my batteries. And then yesterday, I've been putting the camera in a Ziploc bag up here on top of the console so that it doesn't get water in it, because to hook up the media mod for the audio to record into the video, the little back door of the GoPro is open. And I put it yesterday, I forgot the Ziploc bag, and I put it in the top, a little storage compartment that I have on the top of the console. And man, I don't know if it's because that's where all the wires are running through there, but there was an unbelievable static. So I gotta see when I go to edit that video what I could do with it. I really want to make sure you guys could see that. So, I don't know. Obviously, it was so late last night I couldn't really listen to it, but I will when I get to editing it. And I'll see if there's something that I could do from a voiceover perspective. I had an issue with the battery died, and I went to the end of that take and I was so happy. Oh yes, the battery recorded. And then when I clicked at the beginning of the video, it was a ton of static and like interference that I've never heard before. But I never put the camera up at the top. So, but I really want to, even if I have to do some voiceover over some of it. The second trip came out perfectly fine, but when I came back for the second trip and I left the house, I brought a Ziploc bag and I put the camera in it, and then it worked perfectly fine. But I want you guys to see it. That way you can see and get a gist of these. You know, I'm recording a video, comes out to 45 minutes, an hour long, but the day is a lot longer than that. So you guys get an idea of kind of what it is from the morning to the night, and then we'll do a video when it's all done and kind of show you all the traps and do a little recap of what we did for the year. I'll do that at the end once they're all out. But right now, you're following along with us. We are under the gun to get these out by the end of tomorrow. So I still have really Wednesday that I could take traps out, but I gotta get this crab that I catch and get it to the market before they close. The market that I sell to, you know, they're getting everything from their folks in the Keys, and I'm like one of the only guys that sells to them here in Miami. And when they're done with the crab season, they are off on vacation until the lobster season starts again. So they literally told me, we will be waiting for you by the door. Oh, look at this. Bunch of lobster. This guy's got 1 and 2. All right. So I'll tell you what we'll do, guys. We'll pull one more trap, because then what happens here is that now when we get to the back, we start running out of space, and we can't keep our normal pace. we have to start moving traps over my head, over the seat. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and we'll finish loading it, and then I'll bring it back when we're coming in through the channel, kind of give you a little recap of our first trip. But so far, we're doing good on time. I mean, I did a little quick calculation in my head this morning, and if we didn't go faster than we did yesterday, we would finish our last trap around 8:30 at night on the boat, and then still have a good hour and 45-minute ride back. So we're trying to get back before 10 p.m. tonight with the last trip. Oh, nothing in that one. Take a look at this little bite here. That's a turtle bite. It bit the buoy. All right, guys. We're gonna keep going, and we are gonna bring you back when we're coming in through Caesars Creek. Stay with me all day. I need your help. All right, guys. We are in Caesars Creek, and I don't know if I showed this to you in the last 2 days, but this is basically what it is, a channel that goes all the way from the ocean side, and we come into the bay, and then we could go all the way to the marina where we come out of. But we got the boat loaded down all the way around and across the back, and we're pretty stoked. We got 50 traps, and straighten out the camera, and we got 51 claws. So we really need like 3 claws per trap to cover the bills taking them out. But yesterday we only caught 47 out of 100 traps. So if it keeps going like this, we're gonna have a much better day than yesterday, and all those pennies make dollars, and those dollars will help go to the fuel bill. But so beautiful day today. I mean, you can see we're in the channel now, but it is just as beautiful out on the ocean side. Got some folks going out here to go fishing, but you can see how calm it is. So when it's calm like this, a lot easier to work. We can go a lot faster, and it's a lot easier on the body. So we're gonna go ahead, and we're getting here to the part where we can speed up. So I will bring you along when we get back to the marina and we're loading up the truck, so you guys can see what that's like, that fun process of loading it up. Stay tuned. All right, guys, we are pushing off the dock. We are making good time so far. The key is, can we keep up this pace all day long and into the night? That is going to be the key. I highly doubt it. We are running on fumes, lots of caffeine. But 9:33 right now. I'm gonna get fuel after the next trip. This guy here, so they moved it. Now this guy's getting fuel here, so we'll be fine on the next trip. So give you a time perspective, 9:33 in the morning. We pushed off the dock almost 5 hours ago. So 5 hours for the first trip. If you do the math, it'll be 15 hours by the time we're done with the third trip. So we should be able to do this one a little bit faster because we could fly across the bay now, where this morning we were going very slow. But it's nonetheless going to be a long day if we could pull it off. I think we'll have enough daylight to at least finish getting the last trap on the last load on this boat before it gets dark, and then we might have to come back at night, but we'll see. We'll see. We got a lot more caffeine and a fresh bottle of Motrin. Gene, if you need it, I got it. All right, let's get out here. Let's do it. All right, guys, welcome back. Got a little weather update. It is 10:33 in the morning. Remember I told you all this morning, wind is supposed to get bad at 5 p.m. And it is blowing already. Major difference from when we left out here. This is gonna be tough because what was supposed to happen at 5 is that the wind was supposed to start picking up and then continue to pick up all the way through overnight and into tomorrow. And it's already twice as much wind as there was this morning. And it's gonna make for a fun trip now and for the next trip. Oh, but here we go. First trap of the second trip. I'm gonna try and record, I don't know, probably 10. I wanna try to conserve some of the battery here to make sure that I can finish this trip with the batteries I got. And then I'll swap batteries. But the problem is we're doing so many consecutive days that I only have six batteries that I could charge at a time. And there's not enough hours in the night to charge all the batteries. So I'm really running low. And we're burning up batteries recording all this. So we'll see. We'll do like 10 now. Well, you kind of get a feel of, you know, time-wise. And I got to tell you guys, this running so many hours every day, I am running on fumes. And I started the day off with a lot of caffeine. This hour-and-a-half drive out here now has got me falling asleep. I am tired. I don't want to drink another Red Bull until we finish this trip. There's so much caffeine and I still have a long way to go until we're done at the end of the night. Now what I did on this trip, I didn't even stack the traps. I just took them on the hand truck and I unscooped them. You know, I could stack them any day, you know, nice and neat rows, but we got to turn and burn. We got to keep pulling these guys out. Then we can organize everything later. And hopefully in these traps, we can get some crab. These traps were doing pretty good at the beginning of the season and they have just completely died off. Nothing, right? Oh, there's one in here. Two. All right. Just as I was saying, they're not doing good. We get 2. Oh man. But yeah, this sleeping a couple hours every night and keep going, it's catching up to me. It is really catching up to me. I mean, my body is in a lot of pain. I can't even take more Motrin yet. Hasn't been 8 hours. But if we could finish these 3 trips and I could finish tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be raining. This front's gonna come in this afternoon and it's gonna be really nasty weather tomorrow, but we gotta get these 3 trips done and it only leaves me 1 trip for tomorrow. And by myself, it'll probably take me about 3 hours to load all the traps. Depending on the seas, it could be 4. But you know, whatever, it's the last day. So it doesn't matter what time I get home tomorrow. I just gotta get them all out. Oh, man, I don't know if these cameras can capture, but this boat is rocking a lot more than we were. Look at this guy, Gene. We were when we came out this morning. Guys, this is what we need in every trap right here. Yeah. Thank you, buddy. Nice big old colossal crab. So again, guys, if you haven't seen the other videos, I always say, hey, the size matters with crab. Those big claws are retailing between $80 to $100 right now. And now at the end of the season, depending on how much crab everybody's catching this week, and a lot of the guys are already out, prices could skyrocket for us because there's a demand and there's no crab. So we'll see when we get to the market, but the majority of the guys that I know they have no traps in the water since last week. So, I mean, we took this gamble. I knew it was gonna be tough to try to get all of them out at the end, but I was hoping, since there wasn't any lobster traps and the majority of the crab guys were out, that I would be able to, you know, catch more, and it just hasn't panned out. Hi guys, when you're getting tired, everything becomes more difficult. So let's see, hopefully this line finishes strong for the year. More lobster. And a crab with no claws. I don't know if next year I do this waiting till the end. Really not seeing a difference in what I thought it was going to be. And I'll tell you, to work all these days straight like this without sleep is really difficult. Really difficult. Captain Abel, that I'm always talking about, it took him 10 consecutive days to get all his lobster traps out of the water. It's a lot of work. All right, let's see if we can show you some crabbies. Well, at least you saw that crab that we just got in that other one. That thing was the biggest crab that I've caught so far today. Oh, here we go. Oh, floater. All right, so 2. So this trip is gonna take us a little bit longer because now this is the line that I wanted to pick up yesterday, which would have been perfect in line to complete it without having a gap. But the tide was too low, and so now I've got to pick these 15 up, and then I got to go get 35 in another section. But the last trip is going to be, it's going to be good. They're all going to be in a line together. So the last trip will go a little bit faster than this one to load them all on the boat. From a driving in between trap perspective, but how our bodies are going to be is a different story. Man. And now with these waves, it just beats you up, guys. It is non-stop. Oh, another nice one in here. Two. This little itty bitty. Let him go. All right. So let's see, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 or 7. Let's do a couple more. Let's see how I am on battery here. It's already turning yellow on me. Oh no. I mean, that's fine. Once I finish pulling everything, I could change the batteries when I'm going in through the channel, going back into the bay from the ocean side. But my hands are so dirty and there's so much saltwater spray that I don't want to open up these cameras. So trying to see what's in this one, and then maybe we could do this one and another one. At least we got to show you some crab here and some big ones. Big claws. Broken. See? They broke out of that one and escaped. So nothing. All right, let's try one more, guys. One more. We gotta end on a good note, right? I recorded some videos that we're gonna be dropping here. When these videos are dropping every week, I'm gonna drop the video of picking up the traps on Monday, and then every Thursday for the month of May, I'm going to drop another video, which is like stone crab facts, and we've got like how to cook frozen stone crab again, like if you have claws that are frozen, and we're going to show you how to crack the claws. So be on the lookout for all that. But one of the videos I talk about the stone crab bite, and that big crab that you saw there a couple traps ago, that thing could squeeze 9,000 psi. Okay, and to put it into perspective, I looked it up on ChatGPT, and it takes 2,000 psi to rip off a human finger from your hand. So just imagine the size of the crab to break out of that trap. It's got to be a huge, huge crab. So disappointing when you see one broken like that. So guys, I'm going to take off the gloves. I'm going to go ahead and pause the cameras here. I want to make sure I have enough battery to record the end of this trip. I'll bring you back when we're done. Time check is 10:47, baby. Trip number 2, let's go. All right, guys, we are in Caesars Creek. We're getting pounded by the waves. I'm almost out of battery, so I'm gonna be quick. Time check, 12:14. We got about another hour and 15 minutes till we get to the dock to offload these, take them home, offload them there, and then we'll be back for the third trip. So far, we're almost out of buckets, so stellar day compared to yesterday. So I'll bring you back at the dock. Let's go, baby. Running on fumes. All right, guys. I am now pulling out of the marina. Truck is loaded down now with our second trip. On my way to the house to offload all the traps. Ooh, bumps. And from a time check perspective, so you're keeping along, it is 1:45 in the afternoon. So really hoping to get these traps taken off and get back here in like, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes. Then we gotta get more fuel. So we don't have enough fuel to make the third trip. Then head out there and man, hopefully make it back to the dock before it gets dark. So, long day, guys. Stay with us. We're like at the halfway point. Stay with us, baby. All right, guys. I feel like we're narrating a day of horror. We are in Caesars Creek, but this time going back out. Time check, it is 3:41. I didn't record at the dock. We got back. We had to get these traps. Well, I took them home, put them at the house, but when I came back, I had to refuel to get back out here, and I had to change all the batteries. And now here in Caesars Creek in the channel, it's very calm. But wind keeps picking up. And 3:41 now. We're on our last trip, our last 50 of the day. We're tired. You tired?
Exhausted.
It's an understatement. We're running on fumes, Red Bull, Motrin. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna go ahead and steam out here, and we're gonna go and we'll bring you along when we get out on our first trap on the ocean side. Last trip, baby, let's go. Don't leave me now. Alrighty. Welcome back to the ocean side. Guys, holy moly. We have a very, very, very low negative tide. So what that means is it's like places that were shallow are dry. And I've never been in this area with this tide so low. And I don't know, we probably got, what do you think, 15 traps, 20 traps on the boat? And it was scary. There's some spots there we went through 1.7, 1.8, 1.5, 2. So I obviously was not recording because I was so focused on the depth of the water and trimming up the motors. Last thing we need right now is to have an issue out here. Oh man. So time check, 4:41 p.m. and we are like the little engine that could. We're like the little engine that might not make it now. Oh my goodness, guys. This is tough. We got one more day to go. I got one more day to go with you. You're in it with me. Oh man. This is really, really, really slowing us down how low the tide is, because I can't really accelerate quickly between traps, because when you accelerate, the stern of the boat or the back of the boat where the motors are, it dips down in the water, and where it's such shallow water that will hit. So we're loading up the front of the boat. That's going to help. But yeah, like I said, I've never noticed this here. It's so shallow. That you're at risk of hitting. Now one. This guy's quick. One. Guys, man, I'm so tired. I can't even talk. I can't even talk. I don't even know what to talk about. This is an exhausting day. And the problem is tomorrow. I'm gonna be able to walk tomorrow. So a lot of handling of these traps, pulling them, loading them on the boat, offloading them on the dock, load them on the truck, and then offload them at the house. Every trip that we bring, we touch a trap 4 times. So it's equivalent to moving 200 traps. So it's gonna be, I know my arms are gonna be like jello tomorrow. And the wind continues to pick up. Oh no, one of the cameras shut off. These batteries are killing me. Let's see which one it is. That one's still recording, that one's recording. One on my head. Awesome. Man, guys. That's a good angle too for you guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull a few more here. Man, it sucks to not have that camera. But I'll tell you what, the trap's been empty all over, empty. Oh my goodness. But man, we're running out of batteries. It's so much continuous that I can't even get all the batteries charged overnight before the next day. It's just, it's tough. We really, really want to make it back before it gets night. I think we won't have a problem getting this boat loaded up, but man, it's going to be a good hour and a half, 45-minute ride back after we're done. Let's see. If we get a good piece in here, guys, I'll show it to you. This is just an average size claw. One. Can't even hold them. 2. All right. 3 claws. Man, I just swapped all these batteries out too. I'm under a lot of frustration with my batteries. I'm about to get to a point where I'm gonna just take them all and throw them in the garbage and buy new ones. I don't know if you get the cameras get cap, but we're getting a bunch of saltwater spray. I can't open up my camera case and start changing batteries in this environment. So we'll keep pulling like this. Let me pull one or two more. Make sure we have enough battery to bring it back at the end of it when we're coming back. So many claws that are so close. And I'm making it. Man, this is getting tough, guys. We're like halfway there. And we still have to unload all these, load them on the truck, and go home and take them off and put them inside. Let's pull up this next one, and I wanna, just so you guys could really get a true picture of like how long all this takes and the time. I'm gonna pull this one. It's a shallow water alarm. I'm gonna pull this one, and then I'm going to save the battery so we could let you know when we're coming back in from the ocean side. And then I'll do the closing at the house, show you what we caught after we've already brought all these traps in, so you can get an idea of how long this really takes to get this. And then you can really see, you know, when people say, why is stone crab so expensive? Well, here's the reason why. It is extremely difficult to catch them. Grueling hard work to get these guys. Not easy. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. I have a feeling the next one is gonna be, oh, I've had that feeling all day. We haven't got to it. Do one more. But this is the reason why this little crustacean is so expensive. And they're hard to catch. Hard to catch in the sense that you see how many traps we pull, and they don't all come with crab. The majority of them don't come with any. And it's extremely labor intensive. And there's a lot of people getting out of it because it's just so much work that prices are only going to continue to go up in the future. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I don't think it's anything. Nothing. All right. So right now we're like halfway. We're gonna keep going, crank up some music, because we are literally running out of gas. Not the boat, we refueled it, but our bodies. So we're gonna keep going, and I'll bring you back when we've got all these traps on the boat, baby. Stay with me. Face is burning. No, I need to wash it. It's got so much salt on it. Guys, we are now in Caesars Creek again, on our way in. It is 6:05. So we did it before the sun went down, which is what we wanted to do. We want to make sure we didn't run out of sunlight. And I think we might even be able to make it home before the sun goes down. We'll be at the dock at 7:30. Nah, we'll get home, it'll be night already. Probably about an hour and 15, hour and a half from here. And then what I'll do, we got to take all the traps off. You've already seen that. You saw all the fun of that. But what I'm going to do is once I get home and I put all the traps inside and I back the boat in, then I'll give you a time check so you can see. And then from that point is where I have to start cooking the crab, and cleaning the boat is not going to happen today. That will happen after we're done tomorrow with the last day. But I'll show you what we caught, and I'll give you a time check so you can see how fun this is. the day of a stone crab fisherman. So we're gonna jam the music, and I will see you at the house. All right, guys, I am at the house. Boat is parked. I'm standing here under this light because it's dark. So I'm gonna tell you what happened. I left you guys. We were running back, doing great. Ate my sandwich. I was feeling good. And we were taking on so much water coming over. The waves were, the ocean is horrible right now. And we were about 5.5 miles from the marina. And so much salt water was coming in over all of the electronics, everything. And just the perfect amount. It was like a trail of salt water went from the throttle controls all the way down to the plug that is for the trim of the motors. And oh my God, it shorted that thing out, and the motors started trimming up by themselves. Can't make them go down. I had to turn them off. Then I could trim them down at the motor, turn it on, and they would start trimming back up. I thought we were gonna have to get towed back. I kept messing around with the plug, trying to I mean, when I moved the wires, they would start moving. So I know that it's the plug. Long story short, it took us about half an hour. I finally got the motors to go down and stay down. And I had to put the boat only in idle because the waves were so bad that when we hit the wave, we're getting more salt water that's going down there, and it's shaking all of the wires. And since water was in the plug, as it's shaking, it's making a connection across it. Unbelievable, guys. I'll tell you, what time is it right now? 10:44 p.m. I just got done taking all the traps off of the boat, put them in the yard. I didn't even stack them correctly. I just put them to the side. We'll do it another day. And now I have to cook the crab. And I will show you, we got 1 bucket of crab. I don't know, I would guess there's probably about 30 pounds in there. I'll drop it in here like I always do when I'm editing. But now the problem that we have is, obviously it's way too late to call anybody, but I need to solve for this plug. And if we can't figure this out tomorrow, then I'm gonna miss out on the crab that's in these traps. And what's gonna happen is I have to go out on after the season's over, when I fix the boat. And then I gotta pull the traps and dump the crab. So, I mean, right now I'm delirious. I don't even know. It's been a lot of long days with no sleep, running on caffeine. But I gotta wake up tomorrow, call the mechanic, and see what we could do. Hopefully we could get this boat in the water tomorrow, and if not, I'm gonna have to go out after the season closes, pick up the crabs, pick up the traps and dump the crab. Either way, you guys are gonna find out in the next video. I'm exhausted, I can't even move. I wanna cook this crab, eat, take some more Motrin, go to bed, and we'll figure out whether this boat gets back in the water tomorrow or if we're going after the season closes in the next video. Wait for it.